Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Talks with My Dude podcast. Today, I've got Ashen Dragon, and I'm your host, Nick, my dude. Ashen here is a current champion of a weekly tournament that I usually play in that I skipped this week because I just wasn't feeling it. But how you doing, Ashen?
Doing it right. Thank you, Nick, for having me on.
Well, thanks for coming on. I know you said that this wasn't like, I don't know, your thing, so I appreciate you giving it a shot.
Mhm.
So for anyone who isn't part of the strongest under the heaven like tournament circuit that's been going on for a while, you should give yourself like a quick introduction for any of the viewers that are watching.
So Strongest Under Heaven is a weekly tournament that John hosts for mainly Strive, although that is due to change probably in the future. Right now we're in season 3, and this is the first time in over a year since it started that I finally won a tournament. Mainly play Biken and Strive, and also Biken and Nexart and Guilty Gear Accent Core.
And XR,
Yeah,
for
this is
anybody who doesn't know, is also a Guilty Gear game.
yeah.
Some say the
So
best Guilty Gear game. Some say probably the
some
Accent
say best, but
Plus
then there's
R.
Testament who has a combo off burst and touch of death off burst. So
That's
it's fun for some. It's very unique. It's its own like sort of '90s feel, and it's like it's those who like it, those who like it. It's their own thing.
it's funny you say '90s feel, and I think it's like less than 10 years old.
And
It might
accent
be
core,
10. No, oh no, Accent Core is really old. I thought you were talking about Exard.
yeah, yeah, XR, no, yeah,
Exard is 2010s, I think, and then
2010 sounds about right. Yeah,
yeah, and then I think it's like '90s. I think.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't keep. I'm new to the fighting games. I got into it last May. I think that's when I started playing. So Strive is my first fighting game. So any fighting game history, I am shoo. I don't know anything.
I mean, my fighting game history is like uh Smash Bros. Brawl, then Smash 4, then Smash Ultimate, then Smash Flash 2, and then any random like Steam like free Steam fighting game or any free like fighting game that just like flash fighting game. Like Tough Love Arena is like a pretty cool like web-based flash fighting game that I played up for a bit. And then right before Alpha release, which I think was December 2023, was right around when I got Guilty Gear Strive, and then kind of just stops there. And then that's been my main game for the past year now, year and a bit.
Year in 3 months or so.
Yeah.
That's cool. For someone who has only played for a year and a few months, the way you talk about Strive is so funny because you're like, I don't know, I don't know frame data or whatever. I just do stuff and it works.
It's like yeah, it's like a year and a bit, and it's just like in that time I don't really like. I learn about combos. I don't really learn about too many situations, and it's just everything I do know about this game is purely through just like personal experience and just trials and tribulations, and that's kind of why I also try to stay out of like peerless debates or anything like about that because like I have my opinions, but like my opinions are purely based on my experience, and like I understand that my experience is not cumulative about like the entire game or even like a small percentage of that game. So like when I do try to talk about like anything about game state and stuff like that, I try to keep it like very much so like this is my opinion, this is what I think, and it's like not cumulative of like what I think the actual game state is generally, and that's
I don't know. That's a pretty good approach. However, it's
yeah.
very funny to just say stuff like, "Sin bottom one. He needs more nerf Biken
More
or
Guard Crush,
yeah, he needs more
more
guard
armor.
crush. Give Sin armor on Beak Driver. I think that'll really help him be a not bottom one character.
Mm-hmm.
For anyone who's not watching, Sin is really strong right now. A lot of his, I think it's his follow ups have guard crush, or is it his specials? Is it his special follow ups or
Specials.
just his?
I feel like his specials also have guard crush, but
I
definitely
feel,
has also special follow ups as well. I could
I
be
know
wrong, but
I know the follow ups do because I see him do elk hunt into whatever, and you get the guard crush animation, but I don't know for 100% if that's
yeah,
also on his specials. I feel like it is, but also it's really hard to tell when he's minus. Sin is a
yeah.
very strong character right now. Probably not the most egregious character, But he's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
It's
speaking
literally
of,
one of the top half of the cast.
yeah, definitely. I think some people consider him higher. I think it just kind of also depends on how good you are at like fighting the matchup. Because I think Pod
Yeah.
is stronger, but that's because Pod is a rough matchup for anybody who has to get really close to him. It doesn't
Yeah.
have like a lot of multi hit moves or like really good neutral punishes.
Yeah.
But also, I think like Eno's like insanely hard to fight, but that's because I don't fight Enos very often.
Yeah.
Because Eno's constantly in the air, but not high
Eno's
enough to
definitely actually
like
like just another
super
just like
punish it.
knowledge check, just like knowledge and reaction test. So like, do you know high low and just like how to, when you are safe and not?
So I brought you on because one, you won the strongest under the heaven, and two, because I don't know, it's fun to talk to somebody who learned Strive in a similar way to me, because Scud spends all this time practicing combos and learning frame data. Rifle does, that's what Anakim does, uh, and these are all different competitors. And then like I'm like I can like look at stuff and I can know it's not safe on on theory, but 2D is a lot safer than it should be. Uh, if people don't know, and a lot
Yeah.
of people don't know.
Also, that 2D does have like some egregious range as well.
I mean, that's only because Giovanna, who I main, gets the momentum off the dash. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason why that move looks as egregious as it is. Because if you're not ready to block a low from full screen, and it's not like super fast. When I full tension, it's kind of fast. So I will admit it's a little strong. If it's pretty strong when I'm at full tension. But I don't know. I think it used to be -3 and now it's -8. So it could be worse. I could be
Yeah.
-3 on that move. That's the only like
Could be
frame data thing I remember off the top of my head.
Mm.
That and that Sepultura is minus.
Yeah.
But it's Sepultura is supposed to reset to neutral, but I feel like it doesn't because people can have so much range.
Just counter hit.
Yeah. Sin 6P actually outranges it. Like if I hit him, if he blocks the Sepultura, even with pushback, Sin can reach me still with his 6P.
Well, that's just top tier
Alcunt
privilege.
or Elcunt.
Oh,
I'm only using Sin because I fought Scott a lot last week, so it's fresh in my brain. I don't think Biking can punish a Sepultura unless she catches the move itself, like
yeah, that's a,
with like a parry or a. I think you can, depending on how I input stuff, you can 6P it if I delay it. If I'm trying to catch you like somebody mashing like the wrong thing.
yeah,
But
but I think on hit, like if it's on block, then I probably can't.
you
I feel like
can
far slash is too far.
take your. I think you can take your turn back if
Yeah.
at the very least you can like force me to block something,
Yeah.
which is different than getting a hit. I don't know, with you and the way you play, it's basically the same thing. Cross up, use
Yeah.
onsen. Cross up, use onsen.
Cross of Johnson. Same side Johnson.
Yeah. The hardest thing to block ever. The same side, use onsen. So we
9 frame startup.
that matchup is actually the reason why I want a better 6P for Giovanna. I don't think her 6P is bad or anything. I just want a better one.
Yeah.
Just because you and Bran, who's our other biking main, love to jump at people.
Mm-hmm.
If I was good at putting in my Dragon Punch, it wouldn't be a problem, but I'm not, so it's a problem. Because
Yeah.
the one match or two matches I played against Bren a while ago, I decided to actually try to use my Dragon Punch more, and it was like so much easier. It's an anti-air.
Yeah. Just get into live, I guess. Just it's an area just it's an area.
It's
I
it's
guess
more
random
remember
timing. Just
it's more
yeah.
remembering to do it than anything. So let's
Panic
see.
section. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. How many people did we have last time in strongest? We had oh cool. It doesn't tell me the number. Oh, 12 players. So it was a 12-player bracket?
Yeah.
I thought it was 13. Somebody
It
dropped?
was 12. Yeah. I don't think anyone dropped. I
No, it doesn't look like any drops. It just looks. Yeah, I guess it's 12. I
yeah,
could have
just 12
sworn it was
people signed
13.
up.
I could have sworn it was 13. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so your matches went Twin, who plays Eno, Scud, who plays Sin, who we talked about a little bit. And then you played John, who was on Slayer, and then you played Eno again, or Twin.
You missed Bren, but yeah.
I did? Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I saw Bren and then like looked back at the match with Scud because I was still talking about Scud and then just forgot.
Yeah.
You also had a mirror match against the other Biken.
Mm-hmm. As it so happens every week.
I'm pretty sure it's Destiny.
Yep.
I need you need a mod in and get it to John where he plays the Duel of the Fates.
Every
Well, he's streaming it, and
I mean, like, now that's probably doable with Sammy. If you just do Sammy and just like character 1, character 2 equals play X song. So yeah,
I
good idea
mean,
for John. We should tell him that.
you can. I know it's possible. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I think the issue for that is that John streams it, and that song is
Yeah, and then
super
copyright.
DMCA. Like he would lose the VOD, unfortunately.
I will record a shitty trombone version and I'll send it to him. Free
8-bit.
DMCA, no problem.
8-bit version.
It
Do you
definitely needs
play,
to
or are
version
you
free on
just
YouTube.
joking? Do you play trombone, or are you just joking?
I used to play trombone, although it's been 2-3 years since I last played, so I am definitely not going to be good. Like,
I actually played trombone when I was in middle school,
oh, nice.
so it's been a while.
Yeah.
Since then, I'm no longer in middle school. If anybody could tell by, I don't know, meeting me.
No, really?
No.
Really?
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
played for 2 years. How long have you played? Because I only played for the 2, maybe 3 years.
My trombone experience goes a bit further than that. I started in 4th grade, so basically as soon as, because there was like extracurricular for band, so I started in elementary school. Then I continued all the way up to high school, and while I was in high school, I also did marching band for 4 years.
Oh,
So I
yeah?
was kind of a band kid also for a lot of it, and then I just stopped when I got into college.
Okay. That's so funny. So I got to high school, right, and I stopped playing between middle school and high school. I stopped playing band, and the army band came and was like, "Hey, you should play trombone again." And I was like, "No,
No.
no." It was like just some random recruiter who like somebody told, like, my middle school band teacher was married to my French teacher in high school, and I was taking French, and knew the band director. Told the band director. That band director apparently talked to somebody who worked with the military, I guess. And 2 different people. One person came to talk to me and told me that I should join the high school band, and I said no. And then somebody else was like, "You could join the army band or whatever," and I was like, "No, definitely
Yeah.
not.
Come on, don't you want military benefits for playing the trombone?
No thanks." I was like a freshman, so absolutely, I was like, "No, what? I don't want to join the military."
No, they're gonna
I'm
put you on
not
the
cut for
pre-order
that.
release. They're gonna put you on the pre-order, so as soon
Yeah,
as you can,
they're
then
literally pre-ordering recruits for the
yes.
military band. That's the state of affairs, and that was, I'm not gonna say how long ago that was, but it's gotten worse probably.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
so funny.
definitely know a couple of horror stories from the military due to some just from YouTube videos. So yeah.
Yeah, I what's it called? So the reason I stopped playing in band wasn't because I didn't find it interesting. I was still enjoying like playing and stuff. But we went to I don't know if it's around anymore. I'm pretty sure it is, but it's called UIL. It was like it's like a thing for public schools to go, and like there was like band, there was um choir, there was orchestra, and then there, like sports, and then like sports are part of it. So they had like these competitions, right? And we go, and we get like a 1, a 1, and a 2, which is like not perfect, but it's like good enough to like go to like some other tournament off of sweepstakes. I think it was called sweepstakes. So we could get chosen to go play in like a bigger like competition or something. And our band director took our plaque, said we didn't deserve it, and threw it in the trash. Yeah.
God, and that's what you saw.
Yeah, that sucked. So that's why I was like, I don't want to play band anymore.
Mm. Yeah, that is like definitely like more of old school, like old headed approach. It's like we don't deserve this. We're not don't deserve anything. We're not going.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really, I was just like, okay, cool. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, the cool part was, doing UIL, not playing in the gym for like
It's,
40 people. It was going UIL. Just threw that shit in the trash. It was great. Did you ever do any competitions with your with band or anything, or not really?
um, uh, I might forget. I feel like we did, but it was kind of like a small sort of like local like state thing. I know like I did like marching band competitions. There were
Mm-hmm.
that we were never any good. Because like almost all the competitions, like it's a week by week thing, so almost all the competitions we were only like one or two bands who were like for that like kind of like heat, I guess, if you know what I mean. Just like
Yeah,
sort of that like
that
group.
group or
So
whatever.
we were
Yeah,
always yeah. So like we kind of was like kind of easy for that. And then like whatever came to like the big tournaments, we like the big ones where there was like everyone there, we never did that well. But I found it fun. I was hanging out with my friends doing technically quote unquote sports, depending on who you ask, and I was having fun, so didn't
yeah.
really care too much about competition.
I mean, that was
And
like part of the
then
cool part of going to UIL is like we got to hang out with the people we liked in band, play some music, and
yeah,
then like hang out.
I will say the coolest thing was my freshman year. My high school yeah no my high school football team did well enough that we got into like the like state finals, so we got to go to MetLife Stadium, and I got to play in MetLife Stadium. It was
Oh wow,
great.
that's really
Yeah,
cool. We were never that good.
no, I,
Nope. I
and then there was
wish.
also like there's also like the bi biannual like every 2 year trip to Disney that got canceled because of COVID, but I got to go my senior year, so that was also pretty cool.
Wow, we never got that shit. We never got cool trips.
No.
Uh, this is okay. This is only tangentially related because it's about a trip. Uh, so I was in like an advanced class or whatever. Um, and we had our English teacher, and we didn't like our English teacher very much. She was just kind of mean, kind of rude. She wasn't a bad person. Like she was nice and like would work with you, but she had like really like randomly really strict rules, especially compared to like every other teacher. So she wasn't very popular.
Yeah.
Um, and we were in the computer lab. We were supposed to be researching some stuff for a paper, and we were seniors, right? So like we seniors in the computer lab supposed to be doing research, uh, and mostly unsupervised because she was coming and going. Like we were talking, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of us were still doing our work, but we were talking at the same time. And she gets mad at somebody. I can't remember what they were doing, but she gets mad at somebody. Um, and then somebody laughs because of like the way she said some stuff and like the way the other people were acting, like made them laugh because they thought it was funny. And she goes, "You guys are the worst senior class ever." Blah blah blah. And then they canceled our trip to the Holocaust Museum. I was like, "How does this just shit doesn't make sense?"
It's just, just because one person acted it out, just every.
I mean, she got onto like the class as a whole relatively often, but like, I didn't think we were that bad. I don't know. Maybe we were bad. I don't know.
Yeah,
My metric is that the rest of the teachers thought we were cool, so it's kind of
it's
hard to it's kind of hard to say.
4 out of 5 dentists agrees that the toothpaste is good. That must be good enough.
Yeah, good enough, right?
Yeah.
Like our biology teacher would let me hang out in their so our the science classrooms had like a big shared closet, and we just got to like hang out in there at some point. It was really cool
Mm.
because our testing was done and we were seniors. For like, so we had like a month where we didn't have anything to do. So we would just go to a class, be like, "Hey, we're here," and then we could go to a different classroom. as long as there wasn't like an active class in there.
Yeah, yeah, oh,
Oh, I forgot to mention. Did you draw your little uh,
yes, I drew my little
VTuber
VTuber guy in MS Paint.
in MS Paint? Legend.
Yeah.
MS Paint is the best free art software.
Mm-hmm.
Some artist somewhere is gonna like attack my YouTube. If I go missing, this is why. I borrowed my student mother has like a drawing pad, and I want to try to start to learn how to draw, but like
It's a process and a half to learn to actually draw decently. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, it's like I don't. It's not the. It's like I know it's a process. It's there's so many different free drawing things that I don't want to sit there and test them all to find one that works for me. I'm really lazy.
I mean, have you seen what some of the people can do in MS Paint? Just stick with that, you know.
That's true. I could just be an MS Paint guru, and then when I apply to be an artist or somebody, they're like, "Do you use Adobe?" And I say, "No, because Adobe sucks. I use MS Paint. They're not going to hire me."
Yeah. I mean, I know Arc System Works recently did like I'm pretty sure they did an MS Paint like drawing contest, and there were
Really?
some great results from that. Yeah, I think that was in the also like the announcement trailer that the announcement saying that they did like a couple of weeks ago for the, well, that was like last week when they were talking about like, oh,
Yeah,
Venom
last week.
announcement for Arc Rotoro.
Dude, I thought that was so funny. They were like, "We're having a Venom announcement in March," and then we get to March, and it's an announcement of an announcement.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Most of my viewers are gonna like be like Halo people. Halo Studio / 343 Industries did that shit all the time. They got so much flack for it because they would do it constantly. So they stopped doing it. They're like, "Here's an announcement of an announcement," and then people get mad at them.
It's like if you're gonna announce something like every once in a while, make sure it's like something worthwhile.
Yeah, if you're gonna build up to an announcement, at least make it an actual announcement and not a announcement of when we'll find out more. It's nice to see like a news coming soon, but if you tease it the whole time, is it like being an announcement? That's just insane.
No, yeah. Also tangentially related, Silk Song win definitely.
So, dude, was it were you watching this was several weeks ago now, but it was in the Grid Trade Chat, which is like Gen Chat or general chat for anybody listening. People were talking about Kingdom Hearts, and they were like, Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced I think it was 4 years ago or something, and they haven't heard anything about it since. And then I was just in there riling it up because I thought it was funny. I was like, did you know that Elder Scrolls 6 is, or 7, or whatever one it is, the one after Skyrim? Yeah, 6. It's 6 because Skyrim is 5.
Yeah.
The announcement trailer for Elder Scrolls 6 is older now than Skyrim was when Elder Scrolls 6 was announced. So that trailer is super old.
God. Oh god.
And then then there's Silk Song, which is I think pre-COVID, right?
Very much so, yeah.
It was like 2019. I want to say 2019. I'm gonna look it up now. I looked at their Twitter when people were talking about it, and they haven't tweeted it forever either. Silk
19.
Song.
Apparently 2019.
I only got that right because I looked at it like, oh, it was 2019. That's so crazy. Oh my god, my VTuber just fell off of the screen. It's back, but it just like fell backwards. What was?
Yeah,
Why did it
was released 2019 dies reincarnates.
Like I don't know what happened. It literally, I don't know. I'll show you I'll clip this so you can see it. But it's literally like the VTuber falls backwards, and then just like rises back up. It was so weird. That's so funny. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that so I could just make that a bit.
Just
I'm done.
Ragdoll,
Just fall over. Have you seen what some people can do with their like 3D models now, or like their VTubers and stuff?
I mean, I follow Shindig, so yeah, I see
Uh,
his little snippets here and there.
Shindig? I don't know. I haven't heard of that. Is it a YouTube channel? Is that like a person or is it just like a?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but he's kind of a channel that he's a Twitch stream, mainly streamer who also like releases some YouTube videos of his streams that like kind of like puts his chat to interesting things. Like he like one of his more recent ones was making his Twitch chat like speak, so like if like a constant like velocity of Twitch chats in order to keep the stream running. There was another one where it's like try to make Twitch chat recreate Shakespeare, and there was another one where he made his Twitch chat like Chat GPT. But yeah, he also uses his Twitter to highlight other like VTubers and other people and like the other people on Twitch, like showing off cool things like, hey, this guy made this, like so on and so forth.
Yeah. I think VTubing is so like I obviously I'm biased because I'm a VTuber, but there's been a lot of like really cool. I don't know if I want to call it advancements, but like people's like VTuber models are getting both like more well animated, but also like the not like 3D versions are getting like so much more like quality. I don't know how else to. I just followed one recently who had like an insane model, and I can't remember what their username is now. I mean, obviously there's the big ones like Iron Mouse and the Vishojo people. Anybody on like Hollow Live, like all their models are insane.
Yeah.
This is like a small Rose Doodle. They're an artist.
Have I?
They have
Like,
a
I like I recognize them. Do I know?
they're part of
Yeah.
what's it, Vichiban.
Mm.
Huh.
And yeah, I recognize Verosudo. Yeah, I've seen some of her shorts.
Yeah, I saw her short and like it was so it literally looked like it was hand animated.
Yeah,
Like
it is really, really, really well made.
yeah, I just in my head like you know 2-3 years ago it just didn't seem like they were that even that was like crazy. Like being like some of the bigger VTubers models were still like really crazy like 2 or 3 years ago, but I just feel like the facial
There's
recognition
like more
software
of them.
has gotten in like so good and much more accessible,
Yeah.
which is cool. I really want to get one of those. There's these Leap motion tracker things.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like
where you
for
can do your
hand tracking.
hands. Yeah, I want to get those.
Yeah.
I want Leap. I want to be able to like flip off my chat while I'm playing a video game. That'd be cool. Give John the bird when we're playing a game or something.
It's-
Have you ever thought about doing any like streaming or anything, or you just kind of low key like to hang out?
I I I have streams before. Like I used like it's just the problem is I feel like with me streaming specifically is like I'm kind of boring by myself.
Yo,
Like
same.
s- so I just don't feel like I can maintain like a good stream like a good stream for a while. And it's like especially the way I play is that like I play like one specific game for maybe like 2 hours at most, and then like I just kind of stop. And I feel like good stream kind of like I feel like if you're like trying to like stream, you should probably like stream for like 4 hours minimum. I know that's like not exactly a hard rule, and it's just something I'm imposing on myself. I feel like I should stream something for 4 hours if I want to stream something, but and I don't feel like it. And also, it's just like even when I do just like game by myself and like I do talk to myself, like AKA like I'm talking to a chat, so I could just transfer that to like actually stream it, but like also I just look at my phone a lot when I game, and I just feel like once again that's not going to be good for streaming. So
Yeah, on Wednesdays. Oh, my mic is really quiet. I don't know why it's suddenly so quiet. All right, fixed. I on Wednesdays, I only stream for about maybe 2.5 hours, because I have a short day at work. So that's the only reason why. But I try to do longer on Friday, Saturday because it's the weekend. I have more time. It is
yeah,
like I'm not gonna say it's harder than actual working because that's insane.
yeah,
At least for what I do, I know some people put in like way 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 more effort, but I find I have to play something with somebody to hit 4 hours, or there
Yes,
has to be
actually.
somebody talking in my chat because I cannot like
Exactly. Yeah, you
I
need
can
someone
play a
else to
single
pop
player
up.
game, but I'll play for like 2 hours of a single player game, and I want to play something else. And like I could just switch, right?
Exactly.
But like I don't
Yeah.
know, just weird. And then I try not to look at my chat when no one's in there. Even though you really should just keep doing that because I could. So you have to be good at talking when you're not like a really when you're not popular. You have to be fine with talking into the void and not getting a response. You just
Yeah.
kind of you just have to talk, you know.
I will say it was really funny when I did because I also feel like I would be more inclined to stream if I wasn't living with a roommate. Like he's chill enough with me probably streaming, but like feels a bit awkward with someone else in the room as well.
Um, I don't. I can't. I have a significant other, and she is often in the room, uh, or around and can't hear me. I prefer when I'm doing podcasting like this that she doesn't listen. But that's just because this is I don't know. It's like listening, like hearing only a half of a conversation versus like me doing something funny on a video game. It's
Yeah.
just a little different. Uh, well, if you ever do, and you're worried about it, a good microphone can help. Because I'm not talking much louder than like a normal. I'm probably talking quieter than a normal conversation, and it comes through just fine because the microphone is good.
Mm,
And my significant other has stood like behind me and talked, and it won't pick it up unless she like yells. But that's
yeah.
it's a little different. So outside of like
Agree.
fighting games, what do you play? I don't think I've ever asked you besides fighting games. I think. Oh, do you play Destiny? I swear I don't know if you know that.
Um. Okay, I did play Destiny once it became free. However, the way I play Destiny is the worst way to do it. No, it's just not even the worst way. You're just playing it. I'm just playing it wrong. Where after like the starting missions, I never did any sort of like raid events or like any other missions besides that. So I can check Steam right now. How much time do I actually have in Destiny? But it's just like the entire time I'm playing Destiny was me logging in, being in the starting area, and just killing any like random like world events or just random like NPCs just there, and then just getting those random drops, and then just keep refreshing those. Like absolutely just playing Destiny wrong, and then I just kind of stopped. I know.
You play like an actual MMO. That's insane. You're an insane person.
I played a natural MMO with no progression whatsoever.
With very minimal hard grind progression. That's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do this, but my friend who at least used to play Destiny, he's kind of stopped playing right now. When like the Ace of Spades and Nerf gun came out, I did ask him to grind that out for me so I can also get one. So yeah, I did get
That's so
that as
funny.
well though. But like, yeah, I don't really care much for Destiny.
Well, if you don't care for Destiny, what do you like? What's your I don't know. What's your when you're
Uh,
not kicking the shit out of people in Strive? What are you playing?
it's like mainly FPS. Like Strive has been kind of my main game for last year, so I haven't been playing too much else. But like, mainly FPS with the occasional Souls like or platform or whatever else has kind of piqued my interest. So like Helldiver, Sea of Thieves is also kind of a big one. I played Space Marine 2 recently. I got Balatro recently, so been going through all of that. Vermintide 2 is kind of on and off. Deep Rock Galactic. There's another one called Straftat. It's like a 1v1 sim. It's like just 1v1s. It's pretty fun.
What's it called?
Uh, Straftat. Oh, just it's free on Steam. It's just 1v1s.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, your mic is a bit quiet again.
Oh, that's just because I leaned away.
Lean back.
I
Yeah.
was looking at Steam.
Yeah. Straftat. It's 1v1s. It's basically just you spawn on a map. First to two kills wins that, and then you go to the
Oh,
next map once it reset. It's pretty fun. And also the movement's pretty sick. The movement's pretty simplistic, but it's also pretty fun.
we should try it
Aiming's
out.
pretty simple. Yeah.
I have it in my library. I haven't installed it yet.
Yeah. It's also pretty small. It's like a
It's like
gigabyte
six
at
gig.
most, I think.
I think it's bigger than that. I think it's six, but
Is it sick? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
Anyway,
this
yeah,
is
it's
back
something.
to Tuesday.
It's something to try out. Yeah, it's cool though.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
also
it's just a
completely
little
free to play
received.
with DLC, and even with the DLC, it also gets updates to the DLC. So you could buy it once, and you still get more and more free content whenever they upload more stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I saw this and I was gonna see if I could get people to play it. I just didn't know how many people on the server I'd be able to get to play it. Because people refuse to play shooter games with me, or PvP shooter games specifically.
mm. Well, you make
I'm like,
yourself the Halo guy and always asking for 2v2s. Maybe they try to avoid you, especially after you interview a Halo pro.
just because I interview a Halo Pro does not mean I can play at a professional level. I'm awful, actually. No,
Just the
I
absolute. You should 1v1 me just to see how bad I
yeah,
am.
you guys should all, everybody in the grid who watches this, you guys should just play Halo with me just to see. And then somebody in the grid is gonna send me a clip from John's POV of me like 360 rocketing him from across the map and like fucking around. I've mentioned this story before. I don't know if I've told you, but I'll put in like trade chat like, hey, anybody want to play some Halo 1 2v2s or something? And people I don't know who have never played with me, who've never interacted with me, will say no. They'll just be like, no. And I'm like, who are you and why not? So
On principle, we must deny.
on they watched John play some Halo 1 2v2s and we're like, nah, we're not playing. And then John will hop in and he was like, how about you give me a teammate that can go positive? And I was like, John, your teammate isn't the reason you guys weren't going positive. I'm the reason you guys weren't going positive.
Pick anyone in the world from the server, they ain't winning.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of people on the server who could beat me. They just don't play. I'm sure
Where are
there
they?
are.
Where are they?
I don't know. They're playing Destiny, man. For all the shit we give Destiny, like the grid is mostly a Destiny server.
Yeah.
It is like days where it'll be more themey, like people will talk more about like Strive or what's it called? Monster Hunter or Balatro.
But,
But at the end of the day, they're
yeah.
gonna go back to Destiny.
Mm-hmm. The sunk cost fallacy, if you say
Yeah, surely it will get better.
Yes.
Yeah, I opened it up and it's just uh Destiny. It's complaining about people in Destiny, but like it's Destiny. You scroll up, Balatro, scroll a little further, oh, more Destiny. So I don't know. What do you play any other shooters? How come I can't get you on Halo? Why don't you play Halo with me?
I mean, you can. I mean, all I play of Halo is mainly just the campaigns. Like, you can get me to play. You could probably get me to play. It's just I also don't have the space in my PC. Just
Dude,
don't have anything I want to uninstall for Halo.
everyone has an excuse. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, it's always something. Oh, I don't have space. Oh, I don't have time. Oh, you're
I don't want
scary.
to
No,
buy
oh man, my favorite story or time was and I don't mind putting this out there. So when Kiryu was playing, um, and he was like the most ungrateful winner ever. It was insane. And then we played Destiny, and I'm nowhere near as good at Destiny PvP as I am at Halo PvP, but I was still like winning most of my fights and was killing him, and he was complaining so hard, and I yelled at him. I didn't yell at him, but I like broke it down for him. I was like, look, this I think this clip exists on Logistics channel. I know you can find it on John's YouTube. Where I'm just like, look, man, like John and them went through like an hour and a half of just destruction, and you've been here for like 20 minutes. Like, calm down.
Like, wait another hour or so before we start this.
It wasn't even like I was going off or anything. On Halo, I was like 40-2 on like in a 2v2 match or something, and he's like mad that I'm going positive. Oh well, man. Like, you know, can't you're always the villain in somebody's story eventually, no matter what you do. Just like you're
Like
the
how I'm the villain of Twin Story.
yeah, I was about to say like you're the villain in Twin Story. Oh, that's such a funny clip. I'm not gonna say what he said. Um, but
Also, I'm
he
kind of sad because yeah,
no, go ahead.
this clip that legit sent didn't have that. Apparently, it's past the minute mark afterwards,
Oh,
so
that
I didn't get the
sucks.
full clip. But it's always in my memory.
Yeah, I was there, so I can verify. He he just came in and he just was like he was probably mad that he lost, and he got really mad at the way Ashen was playing and said some like really insane stuff. Nothing you can't say like I would feel bad for saying and like telling everybody. He said something like, he didn't call you a slur or anything. He didn't or anything like he didn't curse you
But
out,
no,
but
you could post it on Twitter or like Reddit or like Facebook
I
or
just
anywhere
I
else.
just
You
thought it
can
was
post
funny.
this.
It
Yeah.
was just, the crowd show was crazy. And then when y'all played in finals, I was expecting it to happen again, and it didn't. I was a little disappointed. I was ready for the smoke, and it wasn't there. I mean, props on for talking when he talking a little smack even though he lost, because as the great Luka Doncic said, everybody acts tough when they up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, that's why I always try to joke and like talk a little smack to everybody, because everybody in the server beats me up. It's a problem. So I talk smack to them, so they know that when I win, I will still talk smack to them. I have to set the
This ain't because
expectations.
I'm winning. This is just because this is who I am.
I wanna talk as good as shit as like
Punk.
uh no, I was trying to think of somebody. Have you watched Naruto Shippuden all the way through?
No.
Oh
I know
fuck.
like not even the basic plots, but like I do know of Naruto Shippuden. But I have not watched it all the way through.
Are you planning to? Do you care if I talk? I'm just gonna tell you, okay, you're not gonna
I
know
don't
who.
care.
It spoils a lot, but like the show's been over for a while. Anybody who
I don't
watches
care. Go
Naruto
ahead.
knows. There's this character called Madara Uchiha, and he talks the most like insanely
Yes.
funny shit ever. He'll be like getting like, I won't say like getting his ass beat, but he'll be like looking like he's on the back foot, right? And then somebody says something to him, and he's like, okay. It's like it's a 5-on-1 fight, whatever. The fact that it has to be 5-on-1 is a testament to your power or whatever. And then he makes clones of himself. And he's like, okay, cool. Now it's 5-on-1. This is more fair. Should I make them use this super broken ability or not? He just talks to the maddest shit. It's so funny.
Man, it would have been way better if they didn't introduce Kaguya.
Yeah. I don't know. Naruto like plot gets, I just feel like they didn't they didn't know how to end it, and so they had to come up with something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also because the way they introduced Madara, like nobody was killing that man. So they had to come up with a stupid reason for him to die.
They could have made Might Guy kill him. They could have.
They could have.
Would be the best ending?
Honestly, probably it would have been better because the whole show is about like the hidden leaf who's supposed to be teamwork oriented, and then like it just turns into Naruto throwing a bigger
And
Rasengan the whole
Team
time.
7 plus Team 7 plus this old guy's friend.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so wild. I love Madara Uchiha as a character. He's so funny. He has some of the craziest like speeches and stuff. Calls himself the ghost of the Uchiha, which is like, I don't care. It's like a pretty hard name for a Naruto show. And then like also is goofy when Hashirama doesn't want to fight him later. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And now Boruto is all about fighting aliens. Boruto is insane. Like I just talked to my significant other for hours about this, about why Boruto is annoying. Like I hope the people who like Boruto are satisfied and are enjoying it, but like I can't.
I don't even know the only thing I know about Boruto was the fucking Naruto Sasuke fight from the movie, I think.
The
And then
movie
like
the movie fight was really sick. Like I can't lie,
yeah.
that fight was awesome. The plot for Boruto just it didn't get me, and it's not ever going to.
Wasn't there like an entire arc where it was like Boruto and like the fucking adopted son like basically swap like memory association. I forget what it was, like a alternate
From
universe
from
memory. Oh
what I
shit,
from
I
what I
forget.
from what I know, from what I understand, and from what I've seen, uh, no, there's this other kid who shows up and starts living with Naruto, his family, and then at some point, some stuff happens, and they swap lives and swap everybody's memories. So they think the kid who was adopted is like Naruto's son, I think, and then Boruto killed Naruto. It's like what I think is like the
That's what
breakdown.
happened. Oh,
Yeah, it's insane. Um, yeah, I don't know. They also have Boruto has one of the coolest, like best animated Naruto taijutsu fights or like hand to hand fights in the whole series of all of Naruto, and it's like a minute and a half. So I don't know. There's some cool stuff. All right. So you said you don't like making tier lists and stuff, but top 5 anime of all time, objective, go.
shit.
I'm kidding.
I made a 3x3 one a while ago about my favorite animes. Give me.
You made a
Let's see if
three
I
by
can
three.
find. Do you not know what a 3x3? It's basically like 3x3 is kind of just like an image where you just put like into a grid of like top anime or top whatever. I think it was like popular
Oh,
back in like
like let's see.
2000.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Uh,
My favorite anime is Witchcraft Works. It is absolutely a 12 episode anime that was designed to help sell the manga. The plot is not very strong. It's like it's fine, right? It's not bad. It's just not good. Like it's not like a great anime. It's just like okay.
yeah.
It was designed to sell the manga. The manga took forever to finish, and the ending was kind of eh. I was disappointed with it, but I'm just glad we got the ending. I was worried we weren't even going to get an ending because the manga artist kept getting sick, which is very common because manga artists live terribly.
You have to create 20, it's like 10, 20 pages of full drawn manga every single week.
Yeah,
And then
it just depends. Yeah,
not only that, you also have to go back and redraw it for the volume release as well.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it was good. I enjoy it a lot. But I also know that it has flaws and can admit that it has flaws. But it's my favorite anime of all time, Witchcraft Works. So good.
So it's my top 5 anime. I'm just gonna start simple. JoJo's.
This is the
JoJo's
top.
Bizarre Adventure. Yeah, I'll say it's one of.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Safe pick. Safe pick.
Safe pick. Steel Ball Run, please. Eventually. This April, there's gonna be a JoJo World event. Steel Ball Run, please. Next one's gonna be a bit out there, but I think I like this. Girl Zoom Panzer.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little out there,
Okay, the
but
fact
you're
that you
right.
know
But you're
Girl
good.
Zoom Panzer. Yeah.
I've never watched it, but I've seen like I'm in anime enough to have seen it in like videos and stuff,
It's,
and also because it's a
it,
really insane premise. So this so I know
it's like, yes, tanked drifting makes
it's
perfect
yeah,
sense.
it's cool. I mean, like that's cool, right? But like I just never got
Yeah,
into it.
it's also really cool that all these schools which represent different countries, everyone there is all Japanese. They're just cosplaying different countries.
Yeah. Okay, so that's two.
This one's going to be a childhood pick. Detective Conan.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I feel like I don't hear
last.
about Detective Conan a lot.
No, especially not in the West. Detective Conan, as far as I could tell, this might be the um, dumbest comparison ever. Detective Conan is like the Simpsons of the Simpsons, but in Japan, where it's just like it's still a very popular show, and like it still kind of influences culture. Maybe not influences culture, but it's still hella popular in Japan. It's the only reason why. Like anytime a new movie releases, it's instantly topping the Japan like billboards.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
that
it's
is actually
crazy.
crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they make a yearly anime. It's a yearly anime movie every single April, basically.
Oh, wow. I mean, hey,
Yeah,
if it
and
if it performs, it
yeah,
performs.
and I'll say some of them are still pretty good, even after 27, even after 27, 28 movies.
Wow.
And I will say, It is really funny. Movie 5 released in 2001, and it's a movie about two towers next to each other, and one of them gets blown up
Oh
at the end of the
no.
movie.
Oh
That's
no.
basically about it. It's still really funny that there's two towers in 2001 in April, or one of them gets blown up.
That's
It's
crazy. Did you know that
it is
Lilo and
funny.
Stitch, the original animated movie, had to have like a whole section removed because of that?
Yeah,
Because they were originally gonna have them
yeah,
fly through the city or something.
yeah. It was like it was really gonna like crash land, and so you're gonna have this big explosion, but instead they replaced it with like this sort of like green
The
energy
ocean.
explosion instead.
And it was in the ocean, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and
What?
what's next? One more. One more for the road.
Uh, uh, like I could do something like Rascal Bunny or like Megalobox, which were like also pretty good animes.
I've heard good things about both of those.
Yeah, those are both from those like sort of same area of like 2017, 2019-ish, where they were like getting pretty big there. Uh, Fuck it, I'm just gonna do Yojo Senki. That's my final one.
What is that? What'd you say?
Yojo Senki.
I
It's the
swear.
Stalin Lolly. It's the
Oh,
Stalin Lolly one.
Tanya the Evil. Okay, yeah. I was like, I
Yes.
swear. Okay, that's pretty cool. You want to hear my hot take about anime?
What?
That uh about specifically a popular anime. I think Attack on Titan is extremely overrated. I don't think it's as good as people want to like say it is.
I think when you take the ending into consideration as well, yeah, I feel like it was. I feel like it deserved most as a hype until the ending, but then yeah.
I feel like there's just a lot like that wasn't great, or like the reveals. Like I don't know, just
Oh,
it
it's
wasn't
a
that
good
great. I don't think. I don't. I think it was
hot
good.
dog temper.
I think it was good. I don't. But I like currently Attack on Titan season 3 part 2 is rated as like number 4 on my anime list. This is live. I checked. Um and I
To
think
be fair, I don't know if you trust my anime list too much. Oh yeah, supposed to put free one. Could put free one as one of the top ones.
and then like I think yeah, and then like and then 25th is the final season. I don't know if that's there's so many Attack on Titan final seasons at this point,
They
I
took their
swear.
time. They took their time animating that.
Yeah. So I just don't think it's that great. I also don't think One Piece is S tier, not because I don't think the story is good, but it shouldn't take 200 episodes to get to the good part.
Insert comment here about how they're going to fix that with the new One Piece, like the new one for Netflix, where they're going to cut out a lot of the filler. But yeah,
Somebody said that I should watch it on like One Piece something. It like cuts out all the filler. I was like, I shouldn't need that to enjoy it. Like Naruto suffers the same problem, but the original Naruto hooked me in the first like 3 episodes because the first episode's really really good. And then like Shippuden also has the same issue, but I was already like coming over from Naruto, so I wanted to see how the story finished. One Piece does. I
yeah.
don't have that, you know.
I mean, I'm kind of at the same boat with Detective Conan because Detective Conan, when it released, was like at best a 7 out of 10. Like, yeah, there was interesting murder mysteries, but then again, it's also like a case of the week thing. I don't.
Right.
This is not official. I feel like at this point in the story, which is like 20 years or something, it's like releasing a little bit longer or shorter than One Piece at this point, and like it's been like 6 months officially, I think, in the story.
Since the beginning.
6 months to a year. There's just so much filler because it's like a lot of the chapters are just like murder mystery cases, and they don't actually like advance the plot in any sort of way.
Yeah. I mean, it also kind of gets hard to run a show about a detective that long. I think
Yeah.
because you have to continuously make things for him to solve. That's why like Sherlock, like any like Sherlock shows or whatever, and aren't that long. You know.
Mhm.
Uh, I can't believe Freyrin got rated number 1 over FMA Brotherhood. That like actually is
To be
crazy to
fair,
me.
I do think that first episode hit really hard, and then it just kind of kept going with that, and I think that's really why.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah. I mean,
I
Freyrin
could tell you that
is
people was going to be a
extremely good.
popular show.
Yeah.
Like in the manga, like I just read a lot of manga, so that's why I can't really mention anime. But like even in the manga, it was like rated #1 on like the manga piracy site that I use. That I don't want to mention because I don't want to get that shit taken down.
Anyway, so not about manga part. No, I'm kidding. Just completely, just 180. I don't know. I think the hottest take is that I don't think One Piece is like worth it, unless they fix it. And even then, I don't know. I think Code Geass should be rated. First season should be rated higher. I think the second season is considered too good because the second season like starts off as a rehashing of the first one,
Mm.
kind of like what the Star Wars movies did. What is it? 7, 8, 9 are just the are 4, 5, and 6 again, but like slightly different.
Slightly different, slightly worse.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just how it is, I guess.
Mm.
So, are you playing in the strongest this weekend? Because we're coming up on time, so I want to like wrap up soon. But
Oh yeah, I'll definitely. I mean, I am the strongest. So I have. Wait, I'm not.
you
If I'm
won't be in
strongest, I mean,
bracket.
I'm
You
at
won't be
the
in bracket.
end, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta wait for everybody else to get done. Nerd.
Yep.
I
My
think
prize for winning is less games.
yeah, get owned, idiot. I wonder if
Maybe I'll
Anakin will
just.
make it this week because he wasn't in last.
Yeah. I mean, no, there's a bunch of people who didn't make it this week. Like this is one of the lowest totals. Like 12 people with like the lowest attendance out of every week so far. I know there might have been some like within the first season that had like maybe one of them had like 13 and then like some DQ'd. So like maybe that was like total actual play was lower, but like out of like actual like total signs, this was the lowest out of all the weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully next week we'll have more people, but let's just kind of wait and see
Yeah, I just
what we
didn't.
can do.
I just didn't feel it. You know, like I played before and was like not feeling it. Like I wasn't gonna play
Yeah.
well, so I was like, I don't want to show up not play well and just lose all my matches and just be mad.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was the only reason I didn't play. I might play this weekend. Kind of just depends on how I feel getting there. Depends on how the week goes. All right, and as I usually do with these, I'm gonna wrap them up. We're gonna talk about some music. What's your vibe? What do you listen to? I don't even know what you listen to. I just assume that you listen to biking
Let me
songs over and over again.
I do have a Guilty Gear playlist. That is fair. My playlist of music is very very dumb because it is essentially just how do I describe this? It's mainly just a hash mash of just like I heard this song in a video or like even funnier. It's just I hear songs from memes and I take those because like most of the time memes use really good songs, but then the
I
entire
know. It's so criminal.
I know yeah it's like it's like hey eventually time goes on eventually the meme will be forgotten and then we can just have good music again.
Right?
Yeah. It's just like it's just a hash match. Like Mile High Club homage, like that's kind of a popular meme one. Boop loops from
What?
Eddie EWI. It's a
Okay.
it's like a wind instrument that goes through a digitizer and then it's just like kind of up funk beat, but like I don't know, that's kind of an interesting one.
Okay.
I do have the Ultra Kill soundtrack.
Okay.
What else do I have? Metal Gear Rising soundtrack.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Metal Gear Rising is a good one if you like
Yeah.
game soundtracks.
I do
That
have like
that everybody should play that game. By the way, viewers, listeners, if you haven't, you should play Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. If you really don't want to play it and you want to watch a funny version of it, Maxor does an incorrect
yeah.
summary. I know most people watching this will have either watched it or know stuff from it, because that's the source of That's a nice argument, Senator. But why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up. That's where that's from. There's some other stuff in there that's from.
Could have played college ball, you know, if I didn't join the Navy.
Probably some
Playing college ball,
Ivy
clearly could've
League
been
school. Yeah, it's probably some cushy Ivy League school. No, I try University of Texas. It's so funny.
It
It's so
fucking
good.
takes it with the fucking cheer sound effect that's in game.
Yeah, that's so funny. They have a senator. It's so funny. Not to spoil too much, but he has just randomly like an MLK speech. It's so good. It's so good. But yeah,
Barely shows up in the game. Shows up for the last two missions. Has bigger order than any other main storyline villain.
it's so good.
So good.
I'm gonna send. Do you play D&D?
A bit. I haven't played too much, but like I do play a little bit of D&D.
Okay. I'm gonna send you this clip from Dimension 20, which is like a D&D group or whatever. You might have seen it, but no, I'm not gonna put this on screen because I don't want to accidentally get DMCA'd. But they put the Hope Core thing where like they put like text over like butterflies and stuff in here, and it's so good. And it's one of the reasons I love D&D. It's so good.
Yeah.
So, but for me, brace yourselves, everyone. Sleep Token put out a new track 4 days ago, and it's been on repeat since then. They're putting out an album in May, and I'm gonna go see them in concert eventually. So in May, I feel bad for whoever the guest is. That might be the first person I'm like, you have to listen to this song, one of these songs. And then talk about it. I might be mean, because not because I really want to listen to them talk about it. I want to talk about it.
I'm forcing this topic upon you now. Do not resist.
Research this topic. Go, and it's just a Sleep Token song and all this shit that goes with it. That'd be so funny. I'd have to find like a good guest for that. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting as many different people in. But I appreciate you coming on. I know, like you said, it wasn't your thing. Believe it or not, we made it an hour already. I don't know if that felt quick for you, but it's already been an hour. So I appreciate you coming on and just kind of talking randomly about Strive, bands, anime, music, all sorts of little off topics. This is the kind of style I want to keep going with the podcast too. If anybody wants to come on and knows or in this content or like knows people that do content that might have a good time and would want to hang out, please let them know. Send it my way. I am not very picky. But this is Ashen Dragon and his story about playing Strive and not knowing frame data, but also labbing combos. I don't know how that works, but he does it.
Just click the button until it works. It just works.
Just hit the buttons until they work. And
Yep.
But I appreciate you coming on. This will be out. I already told you this Friday, but I appreciate you coming on. For everyone else who has made it this far into the video or is just out there just listening, whether it's with your dinner, your breakfast, lunch, morning, evening, or night, we appreciate you guys, and we will see you on the next one.